I mean, here's the thing, right? It's like, uh, I am, I'm not typically excited when we pump 250 points prior to the open. Like, bro, it makes me sad. It was looking pretty good. It was looking pretty good for shorts though, or my bad, for longs because we dropped down and began to balance out during the overnight, and then it would have been a decent opportunity for us to kind of try and repair some of this back up in here, but it literally just did it, or is doing it pre-market. But we'll see if it's still tradable. I'm gonna tell you what I'm looking at. My outlook was kind of like I was in a rush. My bad. I was in a rush this morning. But I'll just explain it when people get in here about what I'm looking at. Hope you guys are doing well today, though. Traded a little bit of Asia. So I'm trying to... This is it. This is currently an eval. Trying to hit profit target on it. Yo, what up, money man? How you doing? Catch some Asia dubs. Yeah, I traded Asia yesterday. Asia was decent. I was busy trying to set up some new templates and deep charts. And then we started moving around. I caught some of these longs during Asia session. All right, well, now that we got some people in here, I'll explain what I'm looking at. Although I know, like, I'm going to explain what I'm looking at, and then someone's going to join and be like, what are we looking at today? Pretty much, we balanced out during the overnight session. I was going to consider looking for a move back up into this to start repairing some of this drop lower. Unfortunately, it basically happened pre-market. We pumped like 250 points to the upside. And so what I'm paying attention to right now is I'm watching this area between 684 and 643, which is this location. If we hold above this, then I'm looking... It's really an area... We're kind of in the middle of two areas right now that I'm paying attention to. But in the event that we start accepting past 760, then I'm looking for us to push up in the 29,900 area up here. Yeah, the treasury news that came out like right around here. So unfortunate, right? Because it happened while I was making my coffee. Maybe I just gotta wake up earlier. But, so basically to keep it super dumb simple for you guys, above this, I'm looking for 900. I don't want to see us whiplash in here. And I'm not going to be bearish until we start getting basically back below 29,600. Isn't it already 5 a.m. for you? Yeah, I already wake up at 4:30. But I wake up and then I have to answer a bunch of messages that I get from like while I was sleeping. And then I go make a coffee. Then I look at the charts. And then I work on an Outlook. And then by that time, it's usually like 6 a.m. So, unfortunately, today I was trying to I was trying to do an Outlook, and while I was writing my Outlook, I was like just watching this thing pump. I was like, oh, dude, great. Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you're a West Coast trader. You gotta wake up early. But you know what a lot of West Coast traders do is they will just like wake up like 5 to 10 minutes before market open, hop on the chart, draw some boxes, and then just start clicking buttons. Like I wake up at 4:30 and I got to do some stuff, but it is important to create like a solid outlook, dude, because it's what gives structure to your morning. It's important. I would say honestly, the time in the morning where I sit down with a hot cup of coffee and I'm looking at what I think New York is going to like when I'm looking at the levels. It's probably the most important part about my entire morning. It's creating a plan. Not trying to predict anything either. It's just if this then that statements. It could be in either direction, but you know, I mean, sometimes you're going to heavily lean towards one side. Like, obviously, this morning at this point, I'm until for the AM session, I'm leaning more towards either consolidating or pushing higher rather than us just opening up and dumping it all the way down. Is it possible that we can do that? Absolutely, but that's where I have kind of like a plan, right? If we start accepting below 600s and every failure to try and push it back and every buyer attempt to try and push it back is failing, then we're probably going lower. But until we do that, I mean, we're probably either going to chop at the open or push it up to the 900s. If you could only use one of your platforms, which one would it be? Well, people ask me that all the time. I use both, but I am moving over to deep charts and I am partnering with deep charts so that you guys will probably see deep charts on my screen. So this is deep charts. This is deep charts. But yeah, so so let's see what happens. We got like 7 minutes until the open. you still have to have a data sub for deep chart, right? You can just use prop firms, but if you're looking for level 2 or MBO data, I don't really know of any prop firms that offer that like that. I mean, FFN offers level 2, I think. I think so. But you can also I mean, where I get my data from though is from Rhythmic. Like I have my own live account with AMP futures and I just pay for data. So I mean, realistically it's cheap. I mean, it's like $30 for level 2 if you need it. And then if you want to add like Comex, if you trade metals, then I don't know, probably be like $50, $60 a month. That's really not a lot, you know. Although I will say, you know, I guess it is kind of a lot. We can make the argument it is a lot, but I don't really think about it like that. Like let's say, okay, like, and people will say like, oh, you know, because trading order flow, I guess, is probably one of the more expensive ways to try and trade. But at the end of the day, even if you pay like for the data and for the platforms, and you're like paying, let's just imagine you're paying $300 a month to trade order flow. Okay, well, if you're trading and you're using prop firms or you're trading a live account or whatever, I mean, the goal is to make more than $300 a month, you know what I mean? So it's kind of just like, it's kind of like whatever. But yeah, some prop firms do allow you to pay for level 2. Sabian says level 2 for metals included for Rhythmic on Lucid. Okay, nice. You join Sierra Chart, you pay less than 70 a month. Level 2 heat map footprint, TPO, and volume profile. Very nice. Sierra Charts was actually the first order flow platform I ever downloaded. I went from Sierra Charts to a platform called Edge Pro X to ATAS. And then now I'm using Deep Charts. Well, I mean, I have been using both of them, but now I'm gonna move over to Deep Charts. It took at least 1.5 years to get exactly how you wanted it. Yeah, I wanted. Sierra Charts is not friendly for beginners, dude, but if you know what you're doing, you know what I mean? If you know what you're doing. But Deep Charts is a newer platform, right? But they're constantly making upgrades to it. They're constantly adding features. So it's pretty cool. Tuli, it's 400%. I use 400% imbalances on the bid by ask. All right, we got the market opening up here. Let's see what happens in still figuring out deep charts because I gotta I'm like rebuilding templates and trying to make sure I have everything. All right, so again, I'm looking for us to see, I'm seeing at the open we're going to stay above this 680 to 640 level. If we do, then if we start accepting above 760s, we're going to 29,900. That's what I'm looking at this morning. In the event that we drop below here, I'm not going to be bearish until we start accepting below the 600s. And I need to hit profit target on this eval, so that's probably the first account I'm going to start with. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to use a funded account first. So I'm seeing if we're going to hold this right now. Alright, I'm going to go long right here with the stop right below the candle's wick. And I'm going to be looking for us to push it back up towards the 760s. And once we get there, I'm going to move it to break even. But I'm going 3 micros right now on this funded account. So pretty small size. Because I'm worried about us like chopping around a little bit. Full target though is going to be at the 900s, so or basically we're going to front run it at 29,880. We just got to be careful about just need to get past the 760s. If we can, we should be okay. But if we can't, then we're probably going to slam back down. If we can push up into it, I'm probably going to have to move break even. But if we just fail to get follow through right now from let me change it. There we go. Why did I enter? Because I'm watching this area and it looked like it looked like we were about to hold it. And then, you know, we did start getting a move up, but okay, went like I don't know, 25, 30 points in profit. And then it just couldn't get the follow through to the upside. We needed to break past 760 for us to start making our way towards the 900s, but we're not getting any follow through. So we're probably gonna end up getting stopped out of this, and then we're gonna wait. But I went 3 micros on it, so I went a little bit lighter size because it did require like a 50-point stop due to the wick. So what I'm watching for right now is I'm seeing if we're going to still hold above this zone. Otherwise, especially after a move pre-market like this, I got to make sure we're not about to just start whipping around. But I won't be looking to take any shorts until we start getting back below the 600s. 29,600, 595, 555. I really don't understand what is happening right now. I'm trying to learn order flow. Well, I was looking for this area to hold. We came into it. We were stalling out for a bit momentarily, and we started flipping back bullish. I thought we were gonna make an attempt at the 760s. We went long when we flipped bullish. We pushed a little bit, but couldn't get any follow through, so got stopped out, and now we're waiting. So can you use TradingView footprint candles? Um, I wouldn't really recommend it, but if you want to. I wouldn't really recommend it though. Yeah, you gotta pay for it, and it's BS data. You're better off just like paying for an actual order flow platform. Is it okay to trade Asia session? Yeah. I traded Asia session last night. Just very briefly. On this account. But that's a eval. Dude, I gotta figure out how to add a bar timer on this chart. If we're gonna hold this 600 level, we might just rotate in here. Did I change my template? Yeah, this is a deep charts template. I'm trying to reconstruct my workspace. We're holding this pretty good. Bar timer indicator. It's not in here. I did it. I did it last night and then I forgot to save it. Price settings. It's on the top. Where at? Countdown. There we go. There we go. Yup. Let's make it black and yellow. It's not working. I'm gonna figure it out later. Gold. Ooh, I haven't traded gold in a while. Is it possible to add absorption to chart, please? What does that even mean? What do you mean add it to the chart? Should I just make it happen? Absorption. Oh, I'm just messing with you. What what do you mean by that, bro? Orderflow is Maximus? That's funny. We're kind of holding this, but there really hasn't been... Every aggressive attempt so far to push it back up is kind of failing, so... Ooh. Alright, so I'm going to be looking for us to not just wick this down here, but to stay below it. Then we're going to be watching this. Unless we're going to just run the whole thing right now, damn. Brother. GG's. Still looking bullish? Absolutely not. No, sir. That scenario has died. That scenario has died. I was waiting to see if we were going to push down and then start accepting below that 590 600 area, because prior to this candle that dumped down, we were holding it a little bit, right? So I was looking to see if we were going to drop below a little bit, have buyers come back up to try and reclaim and fail, and then there would have been an opportunity for me to try and short it. But right now I can't. Like, it just ran it in a single 5-minute candle, and then now we just took lows. So it's unfortunate, dude. Like, the August price action so far for the New York Opens has been difficult for me for the way that I trade. I've hit it, dude. You know what the story of August is for me so far? Enter a trade, 50 points in profit, slam back to break even. Enter a trade, 50 points in profit, slam back into break even. Why didn't you take the short? You said before New York Open, if price held below 29,600, I'm bearish. Yes, that is correct. If we hold below 600. So then what were we doing here, right? We were kind of holding the 600 area. And then the moment that we started getting below it, well, we did it in a single go. What do you, are you going to just chase it? I don't do that. Would have been pretty nice, though. Hindsight. We should be, that'll be our new strat. 2020 hindsight. No, there was no way for me to enter that other than just trying to chase it, which is not the best idea in the long run. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, you have analysis of what you think in terms of, areas where you're going to start looking to take shorts or longs or sitting out or whatever it may be. But you still need a way to get into the trade, set a proper stop loss, and have a proper target. You know what I mean? Does 2020 mean stop loss? 20 points take profit, 20 points from entry? No, I was joking. I meant 2020 vision, like hindsight. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, choosy. 30-30s? 30-30s. Nah, I mean. Yeah, I say that a lot. Sometimes when I go back and I watch videos, I realize I say certain things a lot. Then it bothers me. It bothers me when I say it over and over. Like, dude, brother. If we start coming, I just don't want to long it down here back into this area I was watching for us to hold below. But if we can start making our way back above it, I may look for a continuation to make another attempt at the 760s. But until then, I gotta make sure we're not about to just like do this and then start rolling over again. I'm gonna see what the hourly in the 4-hour open does right now. What I'm thinking right now though is that if we open up on the 4-hour and the hourly and we push back up into this area up here where we started getting that initiative pressure lower and we don't just run right back up through it, there may be an opportunity for me to try and take a short. But this could be, we need to be careful about that one. And we would probably, and as we approach back towards this area, if we do short it up here, we would have to move this, we would have to trail the stop loss. It's up 120% today. That's crazy. is at 230,000%. Crazy. That's crazy. What indicator is that Stratton Oakmont? Oh, that's cool. We're just getting stuck right here right now. Trading is like going fishing. Yeah, sort of. Yeah. We're just chilling and waiting. I mean, just with the way that I trade, some people, can be trading this all over the place. Yeah, I would say like Texas Hold'em. Yeah, we're fishing for a profit. Yeah. Why you don't take partial profits? I don't believe in that. I don't believe in taking partials. I'll usually what I do though is if it makes sense to do so and I can make sure that my risk is fine, I add into winners. I do it's basically the opposite. I add into winners. I don't take profits out of winners early. Partials because think about it like this, okay? Let's say you're Mr. Partials. There's times to take partials and there's proper ways to do it. But a lot of people who take partials, let's think about this for a moment. Why are you taking partials? A lot of people take partials because they just see money and then they're, scared. But like if you were to let's say go long right here and you have a TP set or a stop loss set for 65 points and in your head you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna catch a 2R," you know? And then you take partials here, here and here, whatever. Well, you're not. I mean, you're ruining that risk to reward. You're ruining it. Now, on the other hand, if you have a trade that has momentum and the market's telling you that you're right, and you add into a winner, well, then what is that going to result in? It's going to result in much larger winners than losers. Trail stop, yeah, but there's times to trail stop and there's times to let it breathe. If I'm sitting in a trade that is 40 points against me, do I still feel like I'm right? No. But if I place a stop loss, I place it there for a reason. So I just let it hit the stop loss. Yeah, no need for a stop loss if you know you're gonna win, right? Do I use Gex levels like put and call walls? Yeah. The red levels are Gex put levels. Which ones? These ones? Yeah, but it's delayed. It's this trading view indicator. I'm looking at something. I'm looking at this on my screen. You guys can't really see it. I'm looking at this on another screen. Unfortunate though. We have been getting whooped during August. I've been doing all right during Asia session though. I've been trading my live account during Asia. It's been pretty chill. Oh. Can I do a live on Asia session? Probably not. Because I'm usually like placing a trade and then going and doing other stuff. not sitting here in front of the computer constantly like I am here. Yeah, I can if I'm looking at certain trades or whatever, I can message the general chat for Asia session for the Discord. Can you explain what we are seeing on the left side of your screen? This one. This is a volume profile within a 5-minute candle. You have the depth of market expressed as levels on the side. So these are where resting limit orders are sitting. Target for shorts, I'm not in shorts, but if you are in shorts, I mean, we're kind of, this would have been basically the target for my shorts. I was looking for something like this. But it didn't do that. We just dropped. No, Thousand said he was gonna buy it. Thousand said he's rich, and he was gonna drop 100 grand on it. My bad if the live is boring this morning. It's just how it is sometimes. We took an L. We're waiting to look for shorts. Couldn't get in. Full target to the downside for shorts was 378. So we're here. I use MNQ data, although I'm probably one of the only order flow traders that looks at MNQ instead of NQ. I would recommend that you guys look at NQ, probably. I'm probably the only guy that looks at MNQ. Why is that? It's because when I started trading, when I initially was trading on ATAS, that cross cross trading feature wasn't a thing. This is like a couple years ago. Wasn't a thing. And I was trying to execute on ATAS. So, I had to execute on MNQ. So then what ended up happening is like I just stared at MNQ footprint data for years, thousands of hours, basically staring at it. So I'm very used to like the numbers and everything. But it's a lot noisier. The tape is a lot noisier on it's also, there's thinner liquidity a lot of the times on MNQ. So sometimes you'll see wicks that are larger on MNQ. So we came into 378. I'm not really convinced in this move back up yet, though. And depending what happens, I might just call it a day. It's been a really uneventful 2 weeks for me. How close am I to passing this eval? This is a funded account. Just take shittier setups for evals. Yeah, if you guys want, we can force a trade. We can force a trade on eval. Just joking. We could, though. Full port. Do I trade different on my funded accounts? Yes. I absolutely trade differently on funded accounts than I do with evals. We trade off the vibes with the evals. We just go off of vibes. How are we feeling? No, I'm just joking. I'm way more aggressive on evals. I'll usually try and pass them in 2 days. How much was I risking? Like 10 to 15% of my account. Yeah. I mean, it's a competition, bro. Like, what are you going to do? Risk 1% and win a competition? You know what I mean? Especially for a monthly competition. You have 1 month. Yeah. I mean, for that to happen, right? You need you need some variance going your way, and you need good conditions. Really, what happened that really helped out in that Robbins Cup monthly competition was I took a trade during Asia, and I caught like like a pretty good entry when we were ripping it to the upside in July, and I added into the position, and then I just let it run. So that helped out, obviously. I'll probably do it again though, because I'm gonna be real. It's really like it's really not that difficult to win those. The competition isn't that impressive. I would say that. You know what I mean? I want to do the quarterly though. I'm gonna try and do the quarterly competition, because who cares about I mean, the monthly's cool and all, but I just did the monthly because I wanted a trophy. Wanted to get a trophy. But the quarterly's probably a little bit more important in people's eyes. So, did I trade with low R on competition? Absolutely not. Dude, I hope crypto is going to go up until the end of the year. My investments in crypto are down bad. Down tremendous. My portfolio is down like probably close to 70% from the top in October. It's sad. I don't even look at it anymore. It just makes me sad. Is that me? Yeah, that's me. Yes, sir, that's me. No trades yet? No, I tried to go long up here. I was looking for us to, at the open, hold above 680, 640. We pushed down initially at the open and we started flipping back bullish. I was looking for us to break past 760 and then I got stopped out. So then it's on this account. Am I gonna trade FOMC? You mean the minutes? FOMC minutes? No. No, sir. I'm actually getting ready to stop trading. Or just stop sitting here. So it feels like I'm wasting my time right now. Watching this. And instead, we can do a giveaway. Let's just do the giveaway. What do you guys think? You guys want to sit here and look at a whole bunch of this for another who knows how long, or you want to just do the giveaway and just call it a day? Chat says yes, just do the giveaway. All right, so just a quick recap. Okay, we pumped up due to some treasury news pre-market. I was looking for us to hold above here. We tried to take a stab, 3 micros on some longs. Target was around the 29,880 area. Unfortunately, we dropped lower. Once we started dropping lower, I was watching this area, seeing if we were going to accept below it. We ended up just in a single 5-minute candle running it out. And then now we're just doing a whole bunch of BS. So we are down 353 on this account. We're up on our other accounts from Asia session. I passed 2 evals last night during Asia session. So I'm not gonna sit here and make it worse than this. I'd rather just wait. For the YouTube chat, if you guys would like to participate in the giveaway, you have to be in the Discord. But the good thing about that is that it's a free Discord. So all you gotta do is join. Just join the Discord. There's a link in the description. I'm gonna end the YouTube stream and I'm gonna continue over here. We're gonna take some secret trades with the Discord community. No, but I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow at YouTube. Unfortunately, past 2 weeks of August has been very boring to watch. I don't even know what you guys are thinking, like like when you guys are watching these live streams. Because usually, I mean, in the past it's not like this, right? But there's really nothing I could do about this other than try and force a bunch of BS. So, YouTube, see you tomorrow. Peace.